Well, hello there folks, good evening and welcome back to the Masters Championship. Tonight it is Division 1 Big Boys and it is around the Chinese Grand Prix. Me personally, it's not a track that I favour so much, but some of the other guys like it. It's pretty much a pad heaven track, so we'll see how the pad users get on tonight compared to the wheel guys. And to help me talk you through it is my Division 2 teammate, Joe, with Dixello. Not a problem, Joe. As everybody may know, Joe's going to be taking a lot of information from this race tonight, as he is in a title battle in Division 2 with Wesker, who is reserving tonight. So Joe's going to be picking out points to see where Wesker's going quick, where he's not, just so it gives him a bit of an upper hand for tomorrow. So be interesting to see what happens. But Joe, as you can see at the minute, your Division 2 rival Wesker has done a 32-0 on a set of medium tyres, and for me personally, I think that's a very competitive lap. What have you done? Oh, brilliant, that's good. But yeah, Joe,
yeah.
as I was saying there, a 32-0 from Wesker. Actually, I was saying to you, it actually is a competitive lap, but I don't actually know if it is, because I know in practice some guys were actually doing 31.5, 31.4s. Like that was Division 2 guys anyway, so Division 1 guys are probably in the 30s. So maybe Wesker's a wee bit off the pace here, but as you can see, most of the guys are going for the softs. So if most of the guys do go for the softs, it's probably going to suggest to me and Joe that it is going to be a wet race. Hope to God it isn't, because if it is, then it's going to be an absolute... It's going to be a bit of a long race for me and Joe, because it'd rather be dry, because then there's more action-packed racing. But you never know, Joe. We'll have to just find out when the race starts anyway.
Yeah, I suppose, and yeah, you're right. Then there's actually something going on, interfering on your microphone. It's quite irritating. It's like it's going like... Bzzz.
Is it away now?
Yeah, it was probably your phone, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was my steering wheel. It was the fan going on my steering wheel, so it wouldn't overheat the wheel. I forgot to plug it out, but yeah, but yeah, as we were saying there is a lot of, well, as you're all saying, there is a lot of reserves tonight, because, you know, it's pretty much the end of the game, the last two races of the season, and people have just decided that, you know, they can't be arse racing anymore, so that's why there's a lot of reserves. So it does make a full grid, so hopefully you're going to see maybe some Division 3 guys challenging some Division 2 guys, and some Division 2 guys challenging Division 1, so it'll give you a bit of an indication of the pace difference between each division. So we'll see how we get on there, but we'll just crack on with the times. At the minute, the Division 2 driver of Yarham's actually taking pole position at the minute. I was doing a practice session with him earlier on. He's very, very strong around this track, and is probably going to be favoured to win the Division 2 race tomorrow. So Joe with a 30.7 from Yarham at the minute, which is quicker than Lewis. You know, that's some mean feat, although we're saying that there. Lewis is currently 8 tenths up on his time, so Lewis is about to probably pump in a 29 here pretty quickly.
Yeah, I just was right on board with Jetty there. He got an unbelievable tow off TG Recon, and he look at where he is now. He's fourth, like, on a set of softs. Good lap. Never mind.
Perpetual. He does, pumps in at 30.3, but we're going to watch Lewis, because coming through the middle sector, he was 8 tenths up on his lap. If this is going to be a 29, this is pretty much going to be comfortably pole position, because Medium Pilot, as you see, has not there, because he's crashed out, as Joe and me seen. But Lewis does come across the line. There you go, 29.6, that's pole position, wrapped up, see you later. Basically, what's going to happen in the championship tonight is Lewis needs to beat Kelsper by 8 points, and he's pretty much wrapped up the title. So... well, he doesn't even need to beat him. He needs to avoid losing 8 points to Kelsper. So if Kelsper beats him by 7 points, Lewis still wins the title. And this is a good way to start it off by taking pole position. So, yeah, it looks like Lewis is pretty much going to take that Division 1 title, Joe, which wasn't really any doubt, was it?
No, well, with Pilot missing the first few races, I don't know, and it's... Lewis is just Lewis. Lewis is just sweaty and alien. He was always going to win, I think. Even coming in with all the new guys starting, but they're all after going away from the league. So I don't know. I thought Lewis was going to win it. Yeah, always, I suppose.
Yeah,
it's hard not to like count him out. Like
I know, considering the fact he is probably one of the quickest on the game. But I was just watching TTG Recon there. TTG Recon got a slipstream from Jetty, so Jetty, despite being a Division 3 driver who doesn't know TTG Recon, has started to play the team game and has pretty much give Recon a slipstream down the back straight, which has helped TTG Recon get into second place. So it's been a fantastic lap from TTG Recon. I'm trying to see who's furthest along the lap. I believe Dark Bolt, well, he's currently on no ERS. Cliffy I think's on a lap, so I think Cliffy's the furthest. As you see as well, F1 Alonso, he's making a return tonight just as a reserve, just to see what his pace is like. He hasn't pretty much played the game in like 8 months or something, so we'll see. But we're just watching here now as well. Yarham's giving Cliffy a slipstream, so these reserve guys are giving these Division 1 boys a bit of a helping hand.
Yeah.
You see Cliffy now coming in.
That's what you have to do tomorrow now, then.
Oh, Joe, don't you worry, man. I got you covered. I'm going to hold Wesker and everything up for you. Don't you worry. I got you covered. But here we go. Cliffy's coming around the last corner. The guys have been warned. They're not allowed to run outside the... They're not allowed to exceed that part of the track, because the game just doesn't validate you, so we need to be very careful of that out of the last corner. But I'm just going to watch Wesker here, who is Joe's Division 2 title rival. We'll see what Wesker's like.
I don't think he's on a lap.
Well, Joey's on overtake, so I don't know. We'll see here now and see what he's on, or is he getting into the pits? No, he's going to bolt it into the pits. See who else is... I think I just seen a bit of rain there, Joe. Yeah, it did. There's rain. So, pretty much, like, you see the likes of Kelsper and Cliffy, who both done their laps on the mediums. If the rain was coming in qualifying, and if it's going to be a wet start, then surely they should have went for the soft tyres, but the two guys didn't, so that's pretty much going to compromise them. But I think Matt was just coming across the line there now, and he's pumped in a 31.1, and that was actually slower than what he's done. So he's P8, Scuba's in P9, who I don't think will improve, considering the fact that it started to rain out in track, and he's in 0 ERS, so I don't think he's going to improve. Cliffy's done. So I think pretty much all these guys that have come out in an out lap now are probably going to bolt it back into the pits, because you're not going to improve your time.
No, you're not. No, not at all. The rain's spitting down, so yeah, I don't think so. It's getting wet like as well, so
yeah, it is indeed. But Jesus Christ, by Lewis is 7/10 pole position by Jesus Christ. And I think Lewis said as well that this wasn't one of his stronger tracks. I think he says he prefers the next track, which is Spa. So if he doesn't like this track and he's 7/10 up, what's he going to be like in Spa next week? He's probably going to be a second and a half quicker than everybody.
Yeah, more likely. Sure, we'll see. We'll see what happens next week.
We will indeed.
This week at the moment.
I'm just watching Cagino. Cagino's still going out in a lap here and he's still pushing. So I just want to see how far he is off his time. He's 1.4 seconds off. Jesus. Well, looks like Cagino's not improving anytime soon. As you see, Scuba's also doing no ABS as well. But to be fair, 31-1 on a set of no ABS along with Matt, who I don't know if he's doing no ABS or not as well. So if they're doing no ABS, they're not too far off the guys. They're not too far off some of the guys ahead of them. So it's a decent show from the two of them so far. But Combi, as I said, and he spun. Double left-hander. Combi spun up. Wet tyres. Or wet track, sorry, on dry tyres. Doesn't work. Everybody's pretty much going to retire from the session. Well, the keeper's out and Dark Bolt's out. We know Dark Bolt's going to continue because Dark Bolt's the sort of guy that just is looking at a bit of TV time.
Yeah. And he's going wide as into that wall. Yes.
There you go.
The DRS is disabled in as well. So
yeah, I think pretty much everybody's going to box now, and that'll be qualifying wrapped up. So Jesus Christ, Joe, I'll say this now. There is 2 Division 2 drivers in the top 5 in Division 1.
Yeah, and Division 3 driver in the top 7.
So, you know, some people say these guys aren't capable of tackling Division 1. Well, this clearly shows that they are, because a 30.4 for Yarham, which is only a 10th of TTG Recon and Perpetuum, who we both know are very quick drivers. Like, that just shows the pace Yarham has around here. And Merck's not too far off that either.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's only a ball. I can't see the range drop.
Just watch.
2 tenths.
Yeah, only 2 tenths, like, so it's not that much. But Wesker's all the way down at 12th. So, oh, Josh. He's broke the wing. Yeah. Oh, he did a Hamilton in the pit lane.
I did that there a few seasons ago as well in China in the wet. against the wall.
I know it's an absolute nightmare of a corner being the it, because you're just picking your normal braking point. Next thing you just completely lock the brakes and straight onto the wall you go.
Yeah, so on purpose here. We don't want to be waiting another 1 minute 30 seconds here. Sure, Dan, you can go on through the stands, or I'll read out the time sheets there, like it was.
Oh, well, give me a second, I'm sending a text message. So, you know, so I can't really do anything.
Sick.
Sorry, Joe, I'm a busy man. Right, I'm gonna first off message into this Division 1 chat and tell Pilot there, he should hopefully be retiring there now. But yeah, we may as well just quickly go through the stands anyway while I'm here, if I can find them, because I'm just...
Go on through the formation, like, I'll read.
Ah, there we go, he's retired, brilliant.
Right, it's Lewis there, comfortably 6/10 clear at the top. Recon, Perpetuum, P4 is Yarham, Mark, Pagino, Jetty, Matt, Scuba, Calspar on the mediums, Combi on the mediums, Wesker, Cliffy, the keeper, the Miles, Vaporon, F1 Lonzo, Alvin Anderson, Josh and medium pilot, the only two who have not set a time.
So yeah, it's gonna be a fun one now, Joe, I think, because as we were saying, there's a lot of, like, you have the Division 2 guys and one Division 3. I think Jetty, if it's wet, as it is wet, but it's only intermediate, so it might dry up, which is going to be interesting now because everybody's going in the same tyres. But I'm just saying, some of the Division 2 guys and the Division 3 guys that are ahead of some Division 1 ones might seriously struggle in these conditions. He just leaves me as you do, but, you know, I may as well go through the stands here while he's away anyway. So basically, as I said, Lewis can win the title if he fails to lose 7 points, and at the minute he's currently on the form of getting the Division 1 title, so he's leading the way on 162 points. He's 41 points clear of Calspar. Remember, this season a win's 30 points and two for fastest lap and one, or 2 for pole and 1 for fastest lap, so there's a maximum of 33 points to play for. So just needs to avoid 7, or not even, he needs to avoid 8, because he's pretty much got so much more wins that if it comes back to wins, he wins anyway. But Calspar's in second on 121. Cagino then is in third on 109, and Perpetuum's in fourth on 81. Combi in fifth on 77, and Scuba and Matt are both tied on 74. And in the constructors, which is still a bit closer, there's 34 points but between the top two. The top team is Alfa Romeo at the minute. As you see, Lewis is pretty much, well, you can say Lewis has been carrying Pat quite a bit, but Pat's put in some strong performances as well. And then you have Toro Rosso in second place on 184, and you have Ferrari in third on 152, and then Red Bull on 151. So Joe, I don't know if you heard the stuff through the stands, but the constructors is close. There's still a battle on for third place. Toro Rosso can still win the constructors if Pilot and Calspar both outqualify basically Lewis, because Pat's not here tonight, so they need to outscore Lewis if they're going to have any chance of trying to take the constructors. So Lewis could pretty much wrap up the drivers and the constructors here tonight by himself if he wants to.
Yeah, 100%. Where's yeah. Oh, I thought. Never mind. Not. Sorry.
But Joe, I'll say something to you about it. See this track? It doesn't look that wet. Like it looks wet, but it doesn't look like. It looks like it's once it stops raining, it'll dry up ridiculously quick. So this is. It's going to be it's a very interesting one.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, right.
But
there's not much water there coming down the main back straight there. There's not much water like falling down there.
No, there's not. So if you So like, because of these conditions here now, what would you do? Would you try a dry setup if it's like going to be dry later on in the race, or would you go a wet setup? Because we know in the game, if you run a dry setup on a wet track, it's pretty much impossible to actually control. So what would you do, or would you try and find that bit of a balance?
No, I'd go full on dry. Full on.
Well, you see, that could be one of the things as well. Lewis might have went for a full dry setup, which is why he was 7/10 quicker than TTG Recon. So in the wet, this could be a lot closer. And in if it does dry up, then Lewis is probably pretty much going to pull away into the distance. But they are all lined up on the grid, Joe. Who are you going to go for the race win?
Sure, obviously it's going to be Lewis, but I'm going to say Recon.
Yeah, I'm going to say Lewis, because I don't think anybody's pretty much going to challenge him, but we're just waiting out for the lights. I have a decent camera view. People don't like these camera views, but I actually like them. So the yellow flag in Sector 3, that's going to be pretty much cleared up right away as we wait for the lights, and they are coming on. Guys are revving up the engines. We have the 5 red lights, and we're going to see who gets away quickest. And it looks to me at the minute, it looks like Lewis has got a decent start, but TG Recon looks like he's got a pretty good start as well. But Perpetuum has fallen down the order. Yorham's going to take him into turn 1. Yorham's also going to try and take TG Recon into turn 1 as well. Is Yorham going to jump the two of them? Oh, he is. That Division 2 driver of Yorham with an absolutely sensational start. Oh, but TTG Recon and Yorham have better come together. So TTG Recon's going to take that position back. Yorham's going to fall to 3rd. Perpetuum's going to fall to 4th. Merck's hounded him. In these conditions, the pads should be a lot quicker, considering the fact that it is in the dry as well. Perpetuum's trying to defend, but he's also trying to go up the inside of Yorham. Oh, it was
Josh has all his wing gone. I don't know who it was, the keeper. I don't know.
Oh, but I think
he had major wing damage.
Oh, Perpetuum as well. He's losing a lot of positions. He's also lost out to Matt and Coutinho and Merck, and I think he's being hounded as well by Jetty. Calsper's trying to go around the outside of Jetty into the double left-handed. It's a brave move if he can do it. Oh, look at this. Let me see it from Calsper. Oh, on Jetty's view, Calsper's had to run wide to avoid an incident. I will allow that, but it looks like they're pretty close, and I think Jetty's going to try and fight back. And he does. Calsper. Oh, but it's a round. That's Perpetuum's round. And I think he's taking Calsper with him. No, he hasn't. Calsper's managed to avoid it. Perpetuum round. Must have clipped the back of I think it was Matt in front of him. Merck is losing out to Coutinho. So we're going to see who's got the better straight line speed. At the minute it looks like Coutinho. So Jesus Christ, Joe. We were saying it was a pretty clean start, but Perpetuum spins it around, and hopefully not a lot of drivers have broke the front wing. But as we're saying here, Merck's trying to go back down the inside of Coutinho. He's going for it. He showed himself pretty late. But I think Coutinho's going to get the better traction. Yes, he is. So Coutinho's going to keep that 4th place. Merck still in 5th, and Matt has had a fantastic start up in the 6th place. And Scuba's still in 9th. Jetty has, I think, made a decent start as well, and Calsper's also made a decent start. So some good starts here by the guys ahead. Joe, was there anything at the back? There's a couple of guys in the pits as well.
Yeah. Darkbolt's in the pits, or Vaporon. Yeah, Josh has major wing damage on the left-hand side. I think it's the left-hand side.
Left-hand side, let me see.
The right-hand side, sorry.
Right-hand side. Well, that might not be too bad, considering the fact if it's wet, he might get away with it. But I'm just watching the position changes. At the minute, Perpetuum has made Pilot has made the most gains in 7 places. He went from P last into, or P20, sorry, well, you could say pretty much last, into P13, and ahead Jetty has had a bit of a battle here with Combi, but Combi has pretty much just pulled away from him, so it's still pretty close. Lewis has got nearly a 3-second lead, so if he just keeps this up, it's going to be a pretty easy championship for him. But right behind Recon, it's still pretty close from the whole field downwards. Josh, who's got substantial wing damage, is still within a second of to keep. As long as he can stay within roughly about 1.5-2 seconds. Once he has to make a pit stop, he should hopefully be okay. But just ahead, I'm watching as well. It is. Oh, Coutinho's had a decent exit there, and I think Recon's going to lose out. Yes, he is. Coutinho with an absolutely fantastic exit, coming down to the big long DRS straight. DRS will not be enabled in these conditions, as everybody knows. But look at Lewis, 4.5 second lead. This is just absolutely crazy. Coutinho's going defensive. Recon's going to try and come back at him into the herp. I don't think he's going to make it. Oh, he's going to go on the inside. It's going to be a brave move. Recon, he absolutely outbricks himself. Couldn't slow the car down. That's going to allow Merck, Yarham and Coutinho to pass him, maybe even Matt as well. Oh, maybe Merck doesn't get past him, but Matt's having to go with Merck as well. These two side by side into the last corner. Matt backs out of it, and Recon runs completely wide. Merck also runs wide, so lap 3, I need to take a record of that. The two guys have just completely run wide. and that is now Matt in the P5. So Matt, I don't know what he has done or what he's been drinking, but he's had an absolutely fantastic start, and hopefully there's no commentator's curse because he's had a lot of bad luck the past couple of races, but at the minute it's a fantastic showing from him. Scuba's up in the P8, so he's went up one place as well, and in the background I think Jetty is having a battle with Cliffy and Pilot right behind that as well, but I think Pilot should get the better exit. It looks like he does. Cliffy's trying to fight it. Jetty's back end's a bit all over the place, but Cliffy does manage to actually get a better end of the exit. Cliffy's trying to go down the inside, can't make the move. Oh, Jetty's run completely wide. That's going to allow Cliffy and Pilot to both get past him, and it's a good move. And I'll see if Pilot now makes the move into the long left-hander. He's trying to go around the outside, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it because he's going to have absolutely no grip. And Cliffy just runs him out of the road. Good defend from Cliffy, and Pilot couldn't make the move, Joe.
Yeah, Wesker is seriously struggling in these conditions. It's like Josh shot past him at half the wing.
Sorry Joe, Matt's just completely outbroke himself and took TTG Recon out, and he's also broke a bit of his front wing as well. Just completely misjudged his braking, and that's Matt, as I was saying, having a fantastic race. Commentator's curse again. He has broke his front wing, and that has allowed TTG Recon to be now going to be swallowed up by Combi and Scuba. But I think Combi's the one that's looking the quicker out of the three of them. Scuba with the sorry, not the DRS. He's just got, see if he's got much better straight line speed. He is boxed in. Combi's trying to go down the inside, and the two of them, this could end in tears. Oh, Scuba backs out of it because he knew something was going to happen. Trying to go on the inside. It's brave, the three of them. Oh, Recon's been run wide. Combi didn't see him, and Scuba has just managed to take two positions in one. Good move from Scuba, and he's going to chase down now Matt, who has wing damage.
Yeah, and Pilot's after passing Recon as well, so he's on a charge as well. Jetty is past Cliffy just on the straight, but he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go up wide, and Cliffy's just going up the inside. All cars going wide at this snail first sector.
Yeah, it's a tricky corner as well because it's very hard to brake for it. But we're sitting saying that Wesker's struggling in these conditions. He is fighting with Josh at the minute, but I think that was a move. I think Wesker has passed Josh, so Josh at the minute. Oh well, that's it. Josh is trying to come back at him. But
yeah, Jetty is struggling. Yeah, Jetty keeps going wide of that corner.
Yeah, I can see that Jetty is all over the shop, completely all over the shop, and at the back, in the background as well, Darkbolt's just overtaking Perpetune's Ghost Car, who keeps leaving and rejoining the session. But it's still pretty close between everybody else. Lewis has got a 6-second lead, so he can pretty much go for a cup of tea and whatever the hell he wants and still come back and take the win. But yeah, other than that, it's still close. But to be fair, in the wet conditions, we've seen quite a good number of overtakes, but we're now watching Scuba and Combi. Oh, and as in background, that was Pilot completely outbraking himself, and that's allowed TTG Recon to just snip up the inside. A lot of guys are misjudging the braking zone here, Joe, because a lot of these guys are used to driving in the dry conditions, but now that it's wet, braking zones are a lot different.
Yeah, it's tougher, I think, Dan. It's way tougher, yeah, especially in wet China. It's tough. But there's DRS enabled.
DRS is enabled, Joe, because to me it looks like the rain's calming down a bit. On the broadcast view, it doesn't look like it's raining at all. Oh, and there's that Jetty again. Jesus Christ, the man just can't get his braking right. It's gonna absolutely take someone out. And Calsper's in the pit straight away. I think Merck's also followed, Scuba's followed, Matt's followed. Matt's followed, and Combi's going to get held up here as well. Recon's followed, so a lot of the guys are coming in because the DRS has been enabled. But to me, it's still raining a bit, so I don't know if the Inters are the better tyre or not. We will soon find out. But
medium.
Calsper's mediums, Merck's hard, Scuba's medium, TG Recon's medium. I think Matt's medium, Combi's probably going to go medium as well. F1 Alonso's went hard, so there's a lot of guys going for the medium tyres.
Josh on softs.
Josh went softs. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting, but it's going to be interesting now to see. I'm going to ride on board with Calsper just to see how bad it actually is. Well, to be fair, riding on board, it actually doesn't look that bad. The rain's completely stopped, but I still think it's one lap. Yeah. Well, you could say it's one lap too early, but DRS is enabled, so it probably is the perfect time to go. But Calsper's just still a bit tentative on the throttle though. But we'll see here now.
Still catching.
Oh, he is. He's catching by quite a bit. He's caught by about a second this lap. There is a yellow flag in sector 1. That is
the miles in the wall.
The miles is in the wall on the. Oh, Jetty, man, what are you doing? Has he broke Darkbolt's wing? Has he?
No.
No, he hasn't, so Dark Bull's okay. Jetty's having an absolute shocking race out there at the minute. But he is going to try and go up inside of Dark Bull, so Dark Bull can't really do anything about it. But Lewis is in the pits. I'm pretty sure Coutinho and all is going to follow. But Kalsper's taking that gap down to Albon Anderson ahead of him by a lot. I think he's caught him by 4 seconds this lap. So Kalsper's going to find himself in P2 here, effectively, because I don't think he's going to overtake Lewis. Is that Cliffy's continued? What? Oh, he had to though. He had to because Johan's in the pits.
Ooh.
But we'll see where Lewis is. Lewis is he's gone. He's out. I was going to say Kalsper's probably close to Lewis, but he's not. He's nowhere near him. We'll see now. Coutinho's coming out. I think Kalsper will jump Coutinho. He has indeed. And pilots on the hard. Scuba's a P6 at the minute. He should probably catch Johan because of the fact he is on the medium tyres. But you know, once Cliffy pits, it's going to promote all lane boys up. Cliffy is going to be... You can see Cliffy down here in about P15, P16 in a minute because he's going to lose a lot of time this lap. Although Josh on the softs has just made easy work of Wesker, and Albon Anderson, I think, has been overtaken by Wesker as well. So there's a lot of overtakes being taken, Joe.
Yeah, I think them softs will die in about a lap or two because they're absolutely dog. That's what they are. They're like Wesker's food. Dog.
That's very true. But the thing is though, Joe, as I say out there, Cliffy has been overtaken by Lewis, so Lewis has caught him absolutely rapidly. But the thing is, Joe, is that can the mediums really go 22 laps, 23 laps? Because that is a push and a half.
I don't think so. Then 14 a push.
So Josh has maybe decided, let's get the soft tires out of the way first and go mediums to the end, while some of these guys might risk staying out in the mediums. Me personally, I think the mediums are going to die. I think these guys in the hards have made an absolutely fantastic call, but we just don't know. But we'll just see. TTG Recon's right behind Merc. Merc is 1.2 behind Scuba. Coutinho's right all over the back of Kalsper, so despite Kalsper having a lap or two fresher or warmer tyres, he can't really do anything about it. But as I'm saying there, Matt has overtaken I keep saying Perpetuum. He's taken Pilot down the straight, so at the minute the medium tyres is the tyres to be on because they are the much faster compound. But towards the later stage of the race, Pilot should catch back up.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he's all over Matt anyways already. Sector 3, what's going on?
That is Albon Anderson, I think.
Oh, yeah, Albon Anderson in the wall.
He is. And Jetty's gone wide.
Oh, and Dark Bolt. Oh, he's after Tokyo drifting into the wall. Oh my god. He reset the track. Oh no, he's not. Oh, he's close. Yeah, he absolutely Tokyo drifted around that snail corner. It was unbelievable. Unreal, I'm saying that. Yeah, so there's nothing really... there is actually Cliffy and the keeper.
Yeah, Cliffy and the keeper are having a bit of a ding-dong battle here, but I'm just sorry there. I was just writing down on my phone the exceeding track limits on the laps so I can look back at the stream and just see who it was that was actually exceeding. So I have at the minute, I have lap 3 and lap 6 because I do believe there has been 3 drivers have exceeded track limits, so I will be reviewing that after the race. And some guys could be picking up penalties, so we don't know what the finishing order is going to be if it is deemed to be really bad. But at the minute, Scuba's making the move on Johan down the straight. Scuba's absolutely fantastic straight line speed, makes easy work of Johan, and there you go. Johan tries to fight back, but on the hard tyres can't do anything about it. And Scuba up in the P4, having an absolutely fantastic race. There's an incident in the sector 1. That is the miles. He's lost his front wing, completely gone. So the miles is, to be fair, he's still going, but yeah, not much you can do. But Coutinho is right behind Kalsper, and if anything happens to him too, Joe, Scuba is in a prime position to pick up the pieces, is right. And I do believe Scuba hasn't done a tap of practice before this race either, so you know, not doing a tap of practice and coming in and currently being P4 in Division 1, you know, that's some going.
Yeah. Who keeps dying?
I think Jetty just keeps running wide and it just keeps giving yellow flags all the time. But F1 Alonso at the minute, he's right behind Combi. So F1 Alonso at the minute's not having a bad showing. Like, I know he's down at P15, but he's still having a decent race so far at the minute. Like, despite not racing for so long. And that is, I do believe that's Dark Bull running completely wide. Yeah, it is. Dark Bull's Wink's gone. Darkbolt has not had a fantastic season. I do believe he is trying to learn no assists. So, you know, fair play to him for trying to learn no assists, but it's very hard to learn no assists when you're in Division 1 because it's that quick. The division's that quick, but Coutinho's right behind Kelsper now. So look at this easy move. DRS, slipstream, ERS mode 3. Kelsper isn't going to defend. Well, Kelsper tried to, we didn't really try and defend it, but Coutinho now is up into P2, having an absolutely fantastic race. Coutinho is. This is probably one of the best races he's had all season. And Lewis is pretty much pulling away at the front. In the dry, I did say he would pull away. In the wet, I didn't expect him to, but he did. So there you go. Kelsper and Coutinho still going. We're right up over Scuba now as well. Oh, last corner, that's been exceeded. That has been exceeded. Just trying to watch everybody and see how they get on.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're on about, but anyways.
Oh, that's a thing there. See now. Right, so everybody lap 9 has taken it pretty well, I think. So that's okay. So we'll write down lap 9 as well. Jesus Christ, it seems to be going up on multiples of 3 here. But 9.5 seconds Lewis is a gap is to Coutinho, so Coutinho's not going to be able to pull that in, like, despite how quick Coutinho actually is. Lewis is currently a second up on his time, so Lewis is just constantly pumping in fastest lap after fastest lap. So at the minute, Joe Lewis is going to be the Division 1 champion, so you know, Kelsper's done. As you bloody well do, by the controller dies in the middle of that there, that's good. But I was just about to say, Kelsper has driven a fantastic season, all credit to him, but you know, Lewis is just a different animal, and not how much you can do. It'd take a serious driver to beat Lewis in a championship anyway, especially in this game. I was watching. Oh, that's a questionable one.
Who?
Lewis in the last corner, I'll be looking at that as well. Coutinho is okay, Kelsper's okay. Joe, it's only way to make this fair because the game doesn't really penalise you. Oh, he's wide as well. Josh is fine. Matt's okay. Pilots went wide.
Yeah, but you not have two wheels on the fucking or on the O. There's keep it in.
Well, and Jetty's just complete. Jetty's completely gone. But the way it works is that all 4 wheels have to be inside the white line, regardless if you're on the curb or not. If you're on the curb, it's deemed as a corner cut. So, you know, it's not, personally, it is not hard. It is not hard to take that corner. So it isn't. I can understand some people understeer through the corner, which is why I will look at all the POVs and see if they've understeered. But it's a pretty easy corner to, you know, not mess up, and a lot of drivers are just seeming to fly past it. I'm just actually going to take a quick look at the race director and see if anybody is being penalised for it. So at the minute, no. Who is it looking at? No. So yeah, you can the guys are pretty much exceeding the last corner and they're not getting penalised for it. So, you know, the best thing for us to do is just keep watching out for it. At the minute, what's Lewis going to do? Well, he takes that one alright. So he sets the fastest lap as well. I'm just going to watch Coutinho. It's annoying that I have to put this on board because it's the only way I can actually see the corner. But Jarham's made the move back on Scuba, so Scuba, I don't know if his tyres are worn out or what's the story, but Jarham... Oh, Scuba's in the wall!
Oh, he's in the wall!
Scuba's out. He's out of the Grand Prix. He's going to be absolutely raging. Wesker. Oh, Wesker. Wesker was trying to go into the pits but completely messed it up and did exceed track limits, so that's another one that's going to be looked at. Jetty's in the pits. F1 Alonso stays out and everybody else stays out.
It's only a VSC though.
It's only a VSC, but Wesker's was... Oh, and who is this? That's nobody. Josh and Matt. Let me just see now here. So Wesker didn't get a warning for that either, so that's an all one for lap 10.
So it'll just get added to his time tomorrow, is it?
It'll be added this time tonight. But if he does it tomorrow, it'll be added this time tomorrow. And if he's doing it tonight, he will probably do it tomorrow as well. So, you know,
I don't say that. Lou tomorrow will be alright.
But yeah, TTG Recon is right behind Yarham now. Oh, and Yarham runs a wee bit deep.
That's how Scuba crashed. Recon tapped him.
Oh, did Recon tap?
Yeah.
I suppose I was watching the onboard, so I couldn't actually see if anybody was behind him. So looks like Recon's in a bit of the wars at the minute. But we'll see here now. He comes down now. Is he going to overtake Yarham? Yarham's going defensive. Recon's trying to go on the inside. It's a brave move to go on the inside, but is he going to slow down? He is definitely not. So Yarham is going to come back at him. Is Merc going to get him as well? No, he is not. And Matt and Josh are having a ding-dong battle here as well. Oh, and Josh is bolted into the pits to keep us well, to keep us fine. Behind Cliffy and Combi are still having a battle as well. So it's all still pretty close between most of the guys. Dark Bull's like, Jesus Christ, Dark Bull's been lapped already. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you said a bad one, so he has.
Dark Bull is not having a great Grand Prix at the minute.
No, he's not. Struggling. Yeah, so there's not much going on, like really. No much really overtake, but pilots all over Matt. And Calsper is closing in on Coutinho, and Recon's behind Yarham. But Pilot is basically pushing him along, pushing Matt along.
Yeah, he is indeed. I'm just going to watch this because this is... Well, I was going to say this is the closest battle. It's actually Yarham, Recon and Merc ahead is probably the closest battle, so we'll keep on board with this, and then in the background we'll see if Matt can defend from Pilot. As I said, the more and more these medium tires go, the hard tires are going to be the better tire, and at the minute you're seeing Pilot is completely hounding Matt, but I'm just going to ride on board with Merc. Can't do anything, so TTG Recon is going to make the move pretty easy. Yarham's going to sit down to P5, and then in the background I think Pilot's going to make the move on Matt. Yes, he is. Pretty easy move from Pilot. So we'll watch on board now with TTG Recon. Yarham's ran wide. Pilot's also ran wide. Matt's also ran wide. Wesker's okay. The keeper's okay. Combi's okay. Cliffy's okay. So yeah, this side, Joe, to be fair, the amount of people that are exceeding that last corner, I tell you now, like Lewis has exceeded a couple of times, and so has the odd guys. So for all you know, come the end of the stewards reports, Coutinho could win this race.
Yeah, what is it, 5 seconds is it each time?
Well, it depends how severe it is.
Sure, if they're all the same, like surely it'd be 5 seconds each, like.
Yeah, like that. You're probably going to see some drivers towards the end of the race getting a 30-second penalty because they've exceeded 6 times.
Jesus Christ.
You know, the things there, it was put in the chat that don't exceed the last corner, and everybody is doing it. But we'll see now here. Calsper is pretty close behind Coutinho and can't really make the move. Coutinho's got decent straight line speed. So we'll see these two guys now coming through the last corner. Okay, TGG Recon, like the gap from Lewis to Coutinho was mental, and then the gap from Calsper and Coutinho to TGG.
Yeah, top 8, alright. Comes Wesker, alright.
Oh, and that's Albon Anderson out. Is that going to be a wee safety car though, Joe? It's a VSC. Nope. Is the game going to give us a goddamn safety car? Because I can bet you now, like once this, if a safety car does come out, say round about lap 17, everybody is going to go for a set of mediums. Nobody will stay out.
Yeah, I suppose.
But one person who won't want a safety car is Lewis, because Lewis is 12.5 seconds. He's now 10. He's about 10.9 seconds. So he might be 10.5 once the timing screen's fixed. So he'll not want a safety car anytime soon because he's absolutely loving it out there. Merc and Yarham 5th and 6th, two Division 2 drivers, are showing really good pace here this evening, so it's going to be a strong race for them boys probably tomorrow. Hopefully they bottle it, but well, you never know.
Hope it rains.
Oh jeez, who was that? Merck's completely sideways. What the hell happened there? Oh, and he's coming on very dangerous. The Matt had to avoid him. Jesus Christ, Merck just coming around the big snail section, and Jesus Christ, nearly freaking put himself into the wall.
Recon. Yarham.
Merck's in the pits. Josh, fine.
Yes, everyone else, sorry. It's weird that Merck's gone on mediums.
It is, but you know, he's done what, 10 laps on them. Like we were saying, they can only really go 14. So
no, the hards.
Oh, he's on the hards. Oh well, then
he was on the hards, and now he's on mediums.
He probably just doesn't like the hards. He probably just thinks they're crap.
Oh.
So obviously no idea, but at the minute it's pretty much a Sunday drive for Lewis. Easy as you like.
Calsford's after dropping off from Coutinho.
Yeah, Coutinho, to be fair, his pace is very strong, so it is like he's done a very decent job, like, to keep Calsford out of the way. Oh, Calsford, that's a wide one. See now Recon coming through the penultimate corner. Fine. Graham's okay. Pilot's okay. Oh, Matt's white. Matt's white. Jesus.
Keep us into the pits.
Jesus Christ! But this is gonna be so much work for me. Why can't the boys follow a simple instruction?
Oh.
Oh, Joe, by this is like, I'm like, if you don't hear from me for a couple of days, this is why.
So we don't hear from you anyways. What are you on about?
That's true. You don't. I'm a private man.
You don't hear from me for a couple of days either.
That's it, boys. Like, you know, as soon as Joe finishes his day of work, he comes on 5 o'clock and he's away again by 7:30, 8 o'clock, and that's him for the night. You know, you only hear
7:30, 8 o'clock. Will you go away then? Yeah, stop talking, absolute.
It's true, Joe. That's being generous.
About 10 o'clock, Dan. Oh, me back.
Aye, Joe. That's the time you go to bed, but the time you actually go off is like 8:30.
Right. Okay. Whatever. Well, Pilot's after closing the gap on Yarham. He's going for the move down the inside, and will he get stopped in time?
Oh, he will.
So Pilot's on the move, boy. And Recon, no, takes a while. They all take it well. Mats, yeah. Wesker, yeah. Stiffy, yeah.
Josh has also made the move on F1 Alonso as well.
And Alonso goes wide, but that doesn't matter. And Mark with the fastest lap at 33.8. Ooh,
that's gonna annoy, I think, our Lewis there, because Lewis has wanted a Grand Slam. So he has, and you know, at the minute he's
more forward now, coming down straight.
At the minute now, he's not going to get that. That's because you know what Lewis is like. Lewis just wants a Grand Slam of everything.
Yeah, you agree. Like some people in the racing.
Who, you?
No. When do I ever get the Grand Slam?
Well, let's see if he does get him. No, he doesn't. He's only doing 34s. But there is a yellow flag in sector 2. That is a racing point. It looks like it's the keeper or Dark Bolt. Calsper's in the pits. So is this the sign now, Joe, where these medium tires are starting to go on people? So we might see a lot more pit stops here now very shortly, because is Recon going to pit? No, Recon's going to stay up, but he's going to absolutely
shaft the corner.
Absolutely destroy the corner. So he did. TTG Recon got penalised last week, or not even last week, I think it was Silverstone, for exceeding Stowe so many times. I think he got awarded a 20-second penalty. Well, hey, he's doing it again.
Oh, Combi and Westcourt and Calsford just came out of pits. Westcourt have the inside. They make the most of it. No, he's on the curb. It's the worst place to be, on the curb. You lose the position instantly, like.
But the only thing is now, Joe, is when is the guys going to pit?
Well, Pius, what's the pit stop around here?
I'd say about 22.
22. 25, yeah. Yeah.
Pilot, if Lewis, when Lewis pits, or if he does, well, he is going to pit, because he's not going to get 22 laps instead of tyres. Like, there's not a chance. He's Lewis, like, but he's not going to do that. He's still going to come out comfortably ahead of Pilot, probably on a set of softs or an all set of mediums. So, as Coutinho's in the pits, that's the right call, because he has to cover Kelspur, because Kelspur's going to gain so much time at the minute. But Pilot at the minute he's absolutely flying on them hard tyres. They're starting to come into their zone now.
Yeah, Recon's in as well.
I think Matt in as well, or is he coming in? No, he's not.
No.
Matt's staying out. Is Kelspur pitting? No, he's staying out as well.
Oh, he's only after pitting, Dan. What are you on
That's
about?
That's right. Ignore me. So yeah, here we see Coutinho now. Kelspur. Oh, this is close. But Coutinho still manages to stay ahead. So Kelspur's undercut did not work, but Kelspur does have the inside line, and he does have warmer tyres. Like, Coutinho is going to come out of the blanket at 100 degrees, but it's still going to be cold. They're going to be cold now, like. But here we go. Kelspur going to make it. He's nowhere near enough to make a move. So Coutinho at the minute has done a decent job of staying ahead. And sector 3, yellow flag. That is the Miles has retired, and it's in the pit. So I don't think there will be a safety car. But Lewis has got a 20.
I think it's in the pit.
Oh, is it not?
No, it does not look like it's in the pit.
Oh, it's a VSC. Oh, well, and here you go. Lewis is going to get a nice easy pit stop. He's still going.
Seconds clear.
Yeah, he's still going to come out though with the VSC. He's probably going to come out with about 15 seconds ahead. Yeah, and he's in the pits. He's going to come out about 15 seconds ahead of Pilot. But the thing is, Joe, medium Pilot could take second place here from P20. Like, what a drive that would be. What a drive. Albeit he's going to be about 15 seconds behind Lewis, maybe even more, because Lewis is coming out of the pits now, and Lewis can go 50 mile an hour. Like, you know, Pilot has to slow a lot down. Yeah, Lewis is in turn 1. Pilot's only come out of the last corner, so he's comfortably ahead. But Kelspur and Coutinho is still pretty close, and other than that, there's not really much else. Well, once the timer screens start to fix themselves. Oh, Recon lose the back end a wee bit, but we'll see if there's anybody close up. So watch Kelspur and Coutinho. Aye, so it's pretty much getting all spread out now. Matt's going to have to pit again, so he's going to drop well down the order. So's Combi and Wesker. Cliffy's okay, so Cliffy's going to jump a couple of positions.
Yeah, so he'll jump a few, yeah.
So it's going to give us a wee bit of an interesting strategy for tomorrow, Joe.
Yeah, if it's raining at start, yeah.
The question is, Joe, would you risk it tomorrow though? Like, if say for example me and you started on the medium compound tires, would you ever try medium soft?
I wouldn't mind. Not a hope. Not a hope in hell. Two stop.
Why not?
Are you mad?
Why not?
Dan, I want to get this wrapped up, try and get this W and get another W in Spa, but I can't be doing that. What are you on about? A two-stop. And there goes Gagini on Matt then as well.
Yeah, well, as you were having your wee nice wee rant there, Gagino made the move on Matt, and I think Matt's pretty much going to come into the pits now because the tyres are done. Is he going to pit? No, he's not. He's staying out of the game. But he has went completely wide. Lap 20. Lap 20 completely wide. Sun is absolutely busting out of the clouds. So, this is when things are going to start to get a bit serious.
Why?
Just because higher track temperatures, which means the tyres should perform a lot better. They will overheat probably, like, but you know, can't believe it, Joe. Yarham Division 2 driver is in 3rd place in Division 1. The scenes, the absolute scenes.
Dan, will you ever go away?
Joe, I mean, you couldn't do that.
Dan, I haven't even got a chance to reserve in Division 1.
Joe, you could have done tonight and done it by myself, no problem.
Oh yes, could I do it tonight? No, we're full. Sorry.
Aye, well, Jesus Christ, Joe, like you asked at what, like 7 o'clock?
Yeah, I was busy, Dan.
Yeah, but you still asked at 7 o'clock. This basis was full from like 2 o'clock a day.
I had no 3G today, so I couldn't see the message.
Well, Joe, that's okay, man. That's okay.
No, it's not okay.
It is okay, Joe.
I'm leaving.
But here we go.
I don't know, Dan. Fuck it.
Gagino, decent. Kelsper, decent. Matt. But Matt's still out on these tyres, and I don't know how. Because he's done 17 laps on them.
And maybe he's going to chance it and go the full distance.
But Recon's right behind Josh here now, and I think Recon's going to make the move in the turn 1 round the outside. He is. I think Josh was going to try and fight it, but decided not to. So easy move for Recon, and he's up in the P10. Josh in P11, who, to be fair, hasn't had the best Grand Prix because he did lose his wing at the start. So, you know, if he hadn't lost his wing, he probably would have been on for a good result. But these things happen, and Merck, who was in P5 or P6, is all the way down in P12.
Yeah, should be paid.
Yeah, but he's still down in P12. And if the boys ahead do pit, he's still only going to be like P8. So he's lost out about 2 or 3 positions. That's a standard Merc bottle for you there, Joe.
I suppose, yeah.
But Casper's
just looking at times here. Just gathering all the information I can now. Sorry.
But here we go. Casper's really, really close now to Gagino. Is he going to lunge one down the inside? But you can damn well sure he's going to. Gagino sees him coming. It's very good respect between the two of them. Gagino gets an absolutely fantastic exit. And I think that's going to be Casper now. Yeah, Casper's trying to go for a bit of switchback in the last corner. He does. It's a fantastic switchback, but the VSC is out, so Casper's had to back out of that. That is unfortunate for Casper, as the VSC has come out when the time he was about to make the move. But Matt has pit, so Matt's going to take full use of this VSC. Might bring him down towards Merck. He might.
And Combi's in as well.
Combi's in as well. I think Combi's going to get held up here quite a bit. The Rail Bull boys couldn't do an out slick pit stop there. Combi's a lot of time, but Combi's going out for the softs, Joe. So Combi's the only one going for the softs. Matt's went for an offset of mediums, but I said Matt was going to be out round where Merck is. He is about 5-6 seconds behind Merck, so you know he's not too far behind him. I think he can catch him towards the end of the Grand Prix.
Combi, I think, will get fast slapped though.
Yeah, I think Combi should give fast lap. Although we say that there, Lewis, we will have to remember, pitted for an offset of fresh mediums, and we know he just consistently pumps in fast lap. Like 30, he did a 32.9 there not that long ago. Whenever Dark Bolt did a 33.1, so Lewis just went 2/10 quicker than that on a set of mediums. So I don't know.
Yeah, Lewis did a 32.9 fast lap.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think Lewis might take the fastest lap here as well, but. On to the battle again. Another battle for. Oh, and Lewis has got a 3-second time penalty as well. But we'll see now. Kelsper and Gagino again still going for it. These two boys are going to try and want to catch because they see Yarham in the distance, or they just see him right.
Pulls out, and will Cliffy go as well? Will Cliffy follow as well? He's getting the slipstream off Wesker. Will he go down the inside? He's looking at it, and he blocked. No, he sucks.
I thought Josh wasn't going to. I thought Josh wasn't going to slow down there, but as we're saying though, Gagino and Kelsper they had a bit in turn 1, but Gagino tried to go around the outside for turn 2 and couldn't make the move, so Kelsper up in the P4 and he's going to chase down Yarham for probably the final spot in the podium. If this happens,
then he's absolutely catching him like mad, Dan. So surely, like I say, Yarham is absolutely sweating. So he is
pretty definitely is sweating now because he's got 2 fast Division 1 drivers behind him. But if Kelsper gets past Yarham pretty quickly, this is going to be very good for the Toro Rosso boys because it will help them close the gap to Alfa Romeo in front of them. It'll only be, I think it's only going to be about 12 points. It's going to be 12 points the difference, so they're going to probably be within probably 22 points or something coming into the last race. So the constructors are still all to fight for.
Wesker and Cliffy are going side by side, and Josh is there as well.
Oh, Joshua.
3.
I'll say something though. Cliffy might say that was an aggressive move from Josh, but I think that was a very opportunistic move. It was an absolutely fantastic move from Josh. The way the corner went though, he had no option but to get. He tried to give Cliffy the space, but the space just wasn't there. But it was still a very, very good move from Josh, and he's probably going to catch Wesker now very quickly. We're just going to go ahead to Kelsper and Yarham here. Oh, they're only coming out of the last corner now, so I just watch this Josh and Wesker one very quickly. Josh is going to pull out. Yes, he is going to be down the inside. Surely should make the move. He does indeed. Just go ahead now. Kelsper's made the move on Yarham. Yarham's trying to fight it on the inside, but I think Kelsper's made the move. Yes, he has. Yarham still trying to fight it on the inside. Oh, he's going to try. Oh, he's close, but Kelsper just leaves him just enough room. Gagino locks up his brakes as well to try and slow down, and pretty much going to probably be sitting duck here now because Gagino is all over the back of Yarham, and I think Gagino will try it down into the next corner. He's trying the outside. Oh, Yarham comes over, but Gagino tries to go around the outside. It's beautiful stuff, but Yarham defends it absolutely brilliantly, and he's entitled to, despite being in reserve, he is entitled to defend his position, and he's defended it very well, and he's still in P4, so Gagino's going to lose a lot of time now because he's stuck behind Yarham on probably the worst part of the track.
And then there's a 4-car battle for 7th place here. Mark, Cliffy and Wesker. Wesker's just dropped out the DRS from Josh, but he's going to get gobbled up by Cliffy and Mark.
Jesus Christ! I was just watching Jordan's ghost car. Jesus Christ! It's like it's just like he drove into the back of Gagino and just spun. But I'm just watching here Gagino now and Yarham. This should be an easy move despite both of them having DRS. Yeah, Gagino's made the move stick and pretty easy move for Gagino. I don't think Yarham will fight back. TGG Recon's 14.5 seconds behind, but we'll watch this 4-car battle now between Josh, Wesker, Cliffy and Merck.
Josh is gone. Oh, and Merck goes wide, awful wide. Oh my god, I thought the whole car was gone into smithereens into the wall, but Wesker goes to the right hand side. Cliffy follows. Will he go down
Oh, and Merck as well, trying to go for the move as well. He's trying to slow down. Oh, bit of contact between the 2 former teammates. And
blocks him. He actually blocked him. Like that's what that was, a block.
Well, hey, they used to be teammates, and now they're not teammates anymore. They're fierce enemies. But Merck gets an absolute decent exit on the set of medium tires, and he's trying to go around the outside of Cliffy. Good.
Yeah, well, he gets the move done, and Wesker is here. Or Cliffy's just trying to go down inside. We just get the good run though. Yeah, so Wesker doesn't have great straight line speed. That's the data I'm collecting right now. Yarham will win tomorrow, and I'll finish second.
But Joe, we're also saying here as well that we can't count out Matt because we said this was going to be a 4-car battle with Josh, sir. But Josh has pulled away into the distance. But now Matt has caught up to this pack, and there's basically 2.5 laps to go. So Matt, if he wants to get P8, needs to pass these guys relatively quick.
Yeah, he's gobbling up time to Wesker. Wesker with the 21 lap old mediums. Like I think I'd say one of the tires is going to blow. I'd say soon. Yeah, like he's absolutely struggling out of this section. Like Matt is absolutely gobbled him up, and he's down the inside. Sorry then.
Ah, Joe, that was absolutely fantastic. That was the most enthusiasm I think I've ever heard you have.
Fuck off.
But Matt has made the move into the hairpin. Beautiful move from Matt. Wesker's tyres, he can't defend anymore. To be fair, all credit to him, like he's taken the 21 laps. Like apart from, he's the only medium runner to go 21 laps, so if he doesn't get a puncture, fair play. But Cliffy is right behind Merck, and we have a lap, basically 2 laps to go, and Matt has 2 places to get P8. Hopefully he doesn't have a time penalty.
I don't think he does. But Wesker is struggling massively, and I think Combi could get him the final lap, I think. So I don't know, maybe Wesker's just staying out to collect some data, but he'll probably forget that now tomorrow when he go to work for customers. But we'll see anyways.
Yeah, well, we'll see definitely. But I'm just going to watch ahead as well, because Coutinho was right behind Kelsper, and this is for the final spot in the podium, so these 2 guys are... It's going to be very interesting, because I don't think either of them have a penalty either, so this is just pretty much a straight fight. But Lewis is nearly 20 seconds here. Pilot, to all credit to him, from P20 to second place. It's an absolutely fantastic drive from Pilot. Coutinho was not close enough to make the move in Kelsper, so we'll watch this battle at the back. Cliffy is falling the second behind Merck. Matt is on a fresher set of medium tyres and is all over the back of him.
Will he make the move stick? He will go down the inside. Cliff doesn't even fight at all.
He doesn't. It's an easy move.
Combi's on the way. Combi goes down the inside of Wesker on them 4-lap all softs.
He does indeed, and despite it being the end of the Grand Prix on lower fuel, Matt also exceeds as well in the last corner. So Jesus Christ, there's been a lot.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
But
so yeah,
that's pretty much near the end of the Grand Prix. So Lewis is down pretty much the DRS straight. But Coutinho was, look at this, Coutinho and Kelsper, Jesus Christ, these 2 have been having a ding dong battle all race.
That's what we want to see anyways, man, you know.
That's exactly what you want to see. It's been fantastic race from the two of them all evening. But hey, look at that. Pilot's just only in front of Kelsper. I just noticed that. Holy Jesus. The gap's 6/10. Pilot might actually lose second place here because these 2, but I don't think Kelsper would go for the move. I think Pilot's just going to slow down to try and help Kelsper get the slipstream and DRS for the last lap to defend from Coutinho. Yeah, Coutinho noticed it. Look, he's weaving. Yeah, Coutinho noticed it. It was teammates having to do what they wanted to do to get the full points of construction side. Completely missed it, but Lewis did cross the line to win the race. I do apologise for completely missing it, but I think this is pretty much going to be a Toro Rosso 2-3. Coutinho's going to be very annoyed with what he's seen, but their teammates, they can do whatever the hell they want. But with a fantastic race between Coutinho and Kelsper, Johan, Division 2 driver, is going to take P5. Obviously fantastic result from Johan. Very, very impressed with the pace he's shown. Recon's going to
down the inside in the last corner.
Oh, well, he isn't.
Not second to last corner.
He is indeed, but Recon ahead is going to take P6. Despite, if there's penalties, Josh is going to take P7. Matt and Merck are so close, but I think Matt is going to pull ahead of him. Yes, he is. Cliffy's going to take P10. Merck takes P9. Combi is going to take 11th, and then Tekipa and Wesker are not too far behind. Joe will be hoping.
Keep jumped Wesker as well.
Joe will be hoping that happens tomorrow. Wesker down at P13.
Now taking that big fat W.
And then we have Jetty as well, just to come out of the hairpin now for the final time.
I think he's on a flyer.
Don't think he's going to take pole. I don't think he's going to take the fastest lap though, because no, he's not.
No.
He isn't, but that pretty much is going to. That's the end of the Chinese Grand Prix, Joe. So, you know, it was. Some parts of it was good, and some parts of it was just a bit spread out, but that's just what happens when you have a load of reserves on it.
Sure. Could be worse. Could have no race, you know?
Very true, Joe, very true. And somehow it says on my screen that it's raining, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is raining, yeah. It is.
Don't know how it's raining when the race is only finished either, so you know. But, yeah. Well, let's just put it like this. There wasn't many penalties. Well, Lewis picked up one, but he does win the race, and Pilot takes second, Kelsper third, Coutinho fourth, Johan fifth, Recon sixth, Josh 7th, Matt 8th, Mark 9th, and Cliffy 10th. That's the top 10. So, Joe, driver of the day, who are you going to go for? Me personally, I'm going to say medium pilot. Yeah. I was thinking that myself, like medium pilot, no penalties. Let's just check his warnings as well. Just see how many warnings he actually got.
2, 1.
So he had one warning in the whole Grand Prix. Pretty much finishes from P20 to P2. That's a fantastic result from Kelsper as well. Also from P10 to P3. So the Toro Rosso boys stay in the constructors battle for another race, final race. Hopefully the two of them are on top of their game and they can both take maybe a 1-2 next week and pray that Lewis takes a P3. But I still don't think that'd be enough either. So I don't know, young Joey.
No, don't know. Sorry, it's texting the doors.
But Joe, if you want to do your outro, go on ahead, kid.
So tomorrow is a big track, China, Division 2. Wesker is what is he? 27 points, is it? 20 something. 20 something points ahead of me. 8 o'clock. I'm TG Carby, just to let you know. 8 o'clock, once they've released, will take you through the action. Then Friday, myself and Graham will be taking you through Division 3 in China. Then next Tuesday, it'll be Spa, the last race of the season for all divisions. Tune in, 8 o'clock, for me and Dan. And until next time, from me and Dan, goodbye.
Fantastic, Joe.